Welcome to English Podcasts. Relax and enjoy your listening practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt the thunder of a perfect strike? Not just heard it, felt it. The deep crack as 10 pins explode in every direction. The ripple of sound rolling down the lane. The sudden cheers. The high fives. The rush. Bowling isn't just a game, it's a moment machine. Did you know that bowling dates back over 5,000 years? Archaeologists found primitive bowling balls and pins in an Egyptian child's grave. Think about that. Thousands of years ago, someone rolled an object toward a target and felt that same spark of anticipation you feel today standing on the approach. Here's an interesting fact. Modern bowling lanes are precisely 60 feet long from the foul line to the head pin. Not 59, not 61, exactly 60. And those 60 feet are a battlefield, a chessboard, a stage, because every roll tells a story. You step up, the world narrows. The weight of the ball settles into your fingers. Smooth surface, perfectly drilled holes. You take a breath. The polished wood stretches out in front of you like a runway under bright lights. Somewhere in the distance, 10 pins stand like silent challengers. And then you move. There's a rhythm in bowling, a controlled walk, a swing, a release, that satisfying thump as the ball meets the lane. And then comes the magic, the curve. Did you know the hook isn't just style, it's physics? The rotation creates entry angles that dramatically increase strike probability. Professional bowlers aim not at the head bin, but at invisible arrows and oil patterns on the lane. Oil patterns. That thin layer you barely notice determines how your ball behaves. It's like reading the wind in golf or studying currents in sailing. Here's what most people don't realize. Bowling is a mental sport disguised as casual fun. Every frame is a decision. Do you adjust left, increase rotation, change speed? You're calculating friction, angle, momentum, even if you don't consciously think about it. It's strategy in motion. And yet, it's also pure joy. Because bowling does something rare. It brings people together across generations. Kids with lightweight plastic balls, competitive league players with custom reactive resin equipment, grandparents who've been throwing strikes for decades. Everyone sharing the same lane, the same suspense, the same glorious crash of falling pins. Have you ever noticed the silence right before a critical roll? Ninth frame, 2 strikes in a row, the possibility of a turkey, 3 consecutive strikes. The room seems to hold its breath. Even strangers glance over. You release the ball. It tracks toward the pocket. A heartbeat, a collision, pins scatter. Strike. And suddenly the energy erupts. That's not just scoring points. That's a shared human moment. Bowling is beautifully democratic. You don't need elite athleticism to start. You don't need a perfect physique. What you need is focus, rhythm, and the willingness to improve, frame by frame. Did you know professional bowlers can generate ball speeds over 20 miles per hour with thousands of revolutions per minute? Yet the true mastery isn't brute force, it's control, precision, consistency, repeating the same smooth motion under pressure. And that's the quiet lesson bowling teaches us. Life, like bowling, is played one frame at a time. You won't strike every roll. Sometimes you leave a stubborn 7-10 split staring back at you, the nearly impossible spare. But you step up anyway. You adjust. You try again. Because the next roll could be the one. So the next time you lace up those rented shoes, don't just think of it as a casual night out. Think of it as stepping into a tradition thousands of years old, a sport of physics and finesse, strategy and suspense, community and competition. Feel the weight of the ball. Hear the murmur of the crowd. Watch the pins waiting at the end of those 60 feet. And ask yourself, are you ready to roll?